the Scorn developers, that being Ebb Software, have made some really interesting creative decisions when it comes to the Scorn gameplay. And we can really see that in a number of the different, gameplay trailers that we've gotten up to this point, and some of that exclusive gameplay that we've seen, that they really have made some interesting creative choices. And I love this, guys, because it feels different. Doesn't feel like a copy and paste from some of the other horror movies or horror games. And I think that there's something special to be said about what Ebb Software is doing here with Scorn. So in this segment of the show, I want to talk about the gameplay in particular and how we can really traverse the world as being Scorn Guy, as a lot of the people in community are calling him. How we can kind of traverse the world and, utilize it in ways that we can obtain victory, so we hope. So with that being said, let's get into this segment of the show, guys. I'd love to hear your thoughts about the gameplay and things of that nature in the comment section down below. So let's get into it. So guys, in an article coming to us from Jared Stewart of Game Rant, Scorn's developer Ebb Software offers another cryptic development update with a couple of gameplay clips that showcase its biomechanical puzzles. So news about Ebb Software's FPP horror game Scorn has been scarce since last year. Indeed, the developer has been admittedly cryptic about how much it shares and what it shares about Scorn. Not much is widely known about it, besides the fact that Scorn's horror atmosphere marries weathered flesh with archaic machinery to produce a unique biomechanical aesthetic. So, Ebb Software offers an update on Steam with regard to Scorn's recent development status. The developer remains purposefully cryptic, arguing that this approach lends itself well to the horror genre and the player's sense of exploration. For example, Scorn's puzzle clip shows the player character insert a device into an elaborate apparatus as different compartments of it are rotated to unlock it. As separate faculties of it shift or oscillate, Scorn showcases incredibly guttural sound effects that make the machinery sound like an organic biological entity. So with that being said, guys, yeah, it seems like our guy, Scorn Guy, he's connected to this world some way, shape, or form. I mean, you can just tell the way that he's been the way that his body looks at this point in time. He looks like he's like one with this world. And so it's really interesting. But the other thing I love about what Ebb Software is doing here is they're keeping everything very secretive. They're not giving us a lot of information. They're making sure to be as cryptic as humanly possible, just because, with the horror game like this, they want this to be like a lot of surprises. Let's put it that way, the way that you traverse the world. I also think, guys, that this is kind of giving us the indication that there may be some really big reveals. This is going to maybe be a lot of like cliffhangers, things of that nature in this game. So they don't want to give too much away. At this point, they probably just want to wait until the game releases. So, Scorn's machinery clip demonstrates that the player character is interconnected with the bizarre environment and its grotesque machinations. In Scorn's first-person perspective, the player character inserts its arms into the device in order to release a lock mechanism on a door ahead. Once more, Scorn's immersive sound design is depicted with echoes of the hollow stone mechanisms shifting around in an otherwise silent chamber. So, Ebb Software defines the Xbox and PC exclusive Scorn as one big puzzle waiting to be solved. So Scorn's developer that denies accusations that the game is just a walking simulator, as it discusses how agency is crucial to how one progress through the game. And of course, as part of the horror genre, players will also be forced to confront discomfort, fear, and anxiety as examples of an innate motivational factor that Scorn injects into its players. So, at least for me, guys, when I hear, something like one big puzzle waiting to be solved, that gets me really excited, right? Now, do I want there to be this game riddled with so many puzzles that it almost takes you out of the experience? Because I do feel that there have been games where when you have so many puzzles, it takes you out of the experience while you're trying to solve that puzzle. Now, some people may disagree with that. That's the way I look at it when I play games like this. For me, though, I'm hoping that there's a perfect balance between action, exploration, and then puzzle solving. I hope it's not just always solving puzzles the entirety of the game. And if it is that way, I hope it's like subtle kind of puzzles, like things that almost become second nature as you're playing the game. So it is likely that marketing will remain cryptic and perhaps subtle until Scorn's current release window of October 2022. Many of Scorn's mysteries may be left until then as well, but intermittent developer updates such as this one may help to satisfy fans until more is ready to be properly shared. Obviously, guys, the game is scheduled to release October 2022 at some point. Take that, release date with a pinch of salt, but I am very excited for this title, guys. From the things that we've heard at this point in time to what we've seen translate in the gameplay trailers, I mean, this game has really gone back a number of years, guys, and you can kind of see how it's progressed over time. I'm very excited about it. You can see that they've really got a lot more resources now from Xbox, obviously, really coming on board and helping to promote this game and things of that nature. It's very exciting to say the least. I cannot wait to play this game. Let me know, though, guys, what do you guys think about from a gameplay perspective? How do you think this is all going to work in Scorn's world? Let me know in the comment section down below. And for more Scorn content and videos, stay here with Zero TV.